swimmer goes to the man's aid, only for the tables to quickly turn.
You know, he's a hero because he kind of gave us a bit of time to get there.
In moments, there could be 2 drowned swimmers.
He was absolutely on his last breath.
I'm in the tower watching backpackers, and sort of out of the corner of my eye, I could see this guy grab our board and start heading out in the south corner.
Who is it on the board? You don't know?
Nah, it's just some bloke in Dickies.
Is it?
Yeah.
This.
Random swimmer grabbed your board and went in.
Some taking the board. It looks like a guy slipped off the bank and got sucked out, and another bloke's commandeered our board and he's paddled out to get him.
We got someone in the south corner.
Yeah, we missed it. It's embarrassing. They were very close to the reef, and it was a tough position for the jet ski to get in and come around. This guy's probably weak at this stage, so he can't swim over to Chapo, so Chapo's got to get into him.
It's all right. Time to get off now and jump onto my sled. Jump onto my sled now. You're a legend, mate. Legend. Good on ya. What happened? He just went.
Mate, he's screaming.
Oh, legend.
Attention everyone on the beach down here, please. You can see what happens.
Are you okay?
Please do not swim in this corner.
I don't know, I just heard him screaming and I was talking to some mates and just grabbed the board and bang, went out.
I just took a lot of water and then got pretty bad asthma.
Yeah, we needed a medic.
They just took me out to the rocks.
Just sit down. He just swallowed a whole heap of water, he said.
Swallowed a lot of water.
So we don't want to get in the lungs.
I got asthma as well.
Swallowed a fair bit of water. Why don't we just take him up to the tower?
Bring him up. Copy A, bring him up.
Well, when you're panicking and you pretty much think you're going to drown, you're inhaling water. Secondary drownings, have a case when you've swallowed too much water and you virtually just have water on the lungs and you need to go seek medical attention, to get rid of that.
Just turn left, Ambulance, please.
I'm a good swimmer, but that was just something completely different. That was...
In this case, I really feel the local guy saved this person's life. We obviously don't like members of the public grabbing our rescue boards or rescue equipment, but in this situation, totally different. Without this guy's help, the person may drown.
Maxie and I were sort of looking out the back of the flags and something just wasn't right. Maxie and I looked at each other and we were like, is he going under?
Yeah, go. Right at the back of the old flags, middle set. Is that someone out the back waving?
There's a guy going under out the back of the flag. Go.
A swimmer goes to the man's aid, only for the tables to quickly turn.
Oh, he's dragging another person under.
Lifeguards are still a long way off.
Guys, I've got a board on my car.
In moments, there could be 2 drowned swimmers.
I got a call from the tower that there's 2 guys going under where the flags were, which was right in front of me. And I just pinned it.
We just scrambled to grab whatever we can. We grabbed a few boards. Me and Singlets both ran down.
I'll do it. I've got it.
I couldn't see the person. All I heard was going under and drowning. Yeah, I put my head down and just got out there as quick as I could.
Have you got eyes on that? How bad is it? We've got him on the binoculars. The bloke needs help.
Yatesy is backed up quickly by Maxie.
I just wanted to go as fast as I can, and at one stage it felt like it was forever to get to the guy.
Oh, man.
It was like a pulley system. They were both going up and down, up and down. And in that case, it's a perfect example. Sometimes the rescuers do get in trouble as well.
Chapo keeps track of the location.
Go, boys.
If the men go under, lifeguards will use the megaphone to direct Yatesy and Maxie to the last known location.
Boys are almost there. We haven't lost sight of him at all. Yatesy's got him.
Yeah.
When I got there, they were pretty much holding each other up. I looked over and Maxie was coming out, which was good to see.
The rescuer was swimming with his girlfriend when he saw the drowning victim in trouble. He has, without doubt, saved a life.
The guy that swam over to him, you know, is a hero because he kind of gave us a bit of time to get there so he didn't sink.
Not looking for accolades, the mystery man swims back to shore.
You know, he put his own life in danger to help this guy, and that's probably one of the most selfless things you could do as a human being.
AJ is visiting Bondi for the first time.
That guy was pretty lucky. If there was no one else around him, he would have been on the bottom. Mate, he's a legend.
We weren't still here. That guy would have been dead.
Yeah.
We're packed up, we've got nothing on the beach. That was fluke. I had that buggy with a board on it. And the guy that was holding on to him, he could have been a dead hero, you know?
Mid-afternoon, and rough surf is making it difficult for lifeguards to track swimmers bobbing between waves.
Just a reminder, guys, this is not a swimming area. I was patrolling the south corner and it was very strong rips that day, I remember, and the girls ran up to me and told me that her brother was in trouble. Where? Kind of just pointed out to the ocean and I couldn't really even see him.
Despite the confusion, Yatesy follows the woman.
The can-hand's on the way down to help you. Right in the south corner? Yeah, right in the south corner.
Lifeguards can see trouble in Backpackers Rip, but the situation remains unclear.
I went down there with Chapo quickly, and when we got there, Yatesy was in.
Gone to Central. Queen has just gone into.
I actually got out to him quicker than I thought because I was actually at this stage in the rip.
A man, the brother of the woman on the beach, clings to a surfboard. He's been rescued by Bondi's resident photographer, Eugene.
If Eugene wasn't there, we would have been diving to get him.
By the time I got to him, we'd been sucked into this bank and it was sucking up sort of over the top of us, and that guy was in big trouble.
The man is on the verge of losing consciousness.
I picked him up and he was just a dead weight. He was just floppy, his legs weren't doing anything.
It will be close to impossible for Yatesy to get a dead weight swimmer to shore in the crashing surf.
Someone doesn't look that good, eh, Harry's?
This guy could hardly hold on to Eugene's board, let alone get up on the board.
Yatesy gets to a sandbank where he can lift the man onto the board.
Was that all it was? Him? He's drowning. He looks like he's still drowning.
So I've got this guy on the board. He's pretty much a dead weight. You know, as far as I could have known, he might have stopped breathing on the way in. He was that bad.
Pradeep is on holiday from Nepal. Barely conscious, he needs immediate medical attention.
Come on here.
Lifeguard Quinn is a qualified paramedic.
You know, I would have been confident with anyone on the sand, but it's just that little bit more when someone like Quinn is there.
When you saw his face in the end, he looked green. Those eyes, you know, like when you're close to death and your face changes and your eyes change, you know that he was absolutely on his last breath. Did you take on some water just then? If his condition deteriorates, then you know you'll definitely need a trip to hospital. I'm just going to put this on you for a little bit, get your breath back. Because of the colour, the green in his face, you can tell that he's been without oxygen for a little while. So he's got a deficit there, and putting the oxygen on him was just to try and get him breathing properly again and get some circulation back for him. Bit of a tough little episode there. All right, you're in a lot of trouble there.
Local surfers often step in to help lifeguards. Today, Eugene has saved Pradeep's life.
When I saw that he was in a real bad way, like his eyes were rolling, he was going under, his head was really low in the water, I could tell that he just had no idea how to swim. He looked to me, you know, seconds away from dying.
After 5 minutes of observation,
And he said he definitely has taken on a fair bit of water, so just...
Quinn determines that Pradeep must go to hospital.
Did you swallow water? Okay. It's the difference between inhaling and swallowing. If you swallow, it goes into your stomach. If you inhale it, you when you do that, it goes into your lungs, and that's where the problems are. My job is to keep them alive until the ambulance gets there. And then, you know, it's always a good sound when you hear the siren coming down Campbell Parade. You know they're not far away.
Here they are now, yeah?
Yeah, they're coming now. All right, I'll meet them at...
Pradeep remains at risk of further complications.
I just want to listen to your breathing, man.
They've put the stethoscope on his lungs and probably heard water in his lungs, which is instant hospital. He must have been in a bad way for them to take him straight away.
We ready to go?
The Nepalese guy should buy a lottery ticket. It's very, very lucky, as close as you'll ever want to come to drowning.
It's quite important for lifeguards to observe the flags throughout the day. Yeah, it's not a guarantee that you're safe if you swim between the flags.
It's pretty safe. Pretty. Oh. Yeah, it seems a lot safer up here now, doesn't it? Sort of. Just a reminder.
Yeah, just these swimmers in front of me here. Guys, just push back between those red and yellow flags for me, please.
Oh my God. Oh. Is it?
South Canam to Central, unconscious, out of order.
A lifeless swimmer is being dragged from the water by members of the public.
Straight away, I'm preparing for a resus.
I'll get it. We're going to come and grab the deep here. He's going to run it downwards.
Defibrillators are used to resuscitate people by sending an electrical charge to the heart.
Where are they?
By a bit unconscious, do you mean he is unconscious or he's just fading in and out?
This guy had a bit of water coming out of his mouth. His eyes were closed and he was unconscious.
Lifeguards quickly assess the man to see if CPR is necessary.
He did have a pulse and he was only just breathing by himself. So with the bag mask, we were giving him 100% oxygen.
Drag him up a bit more. Get him out of the water. Take that, Take that. Come up to the dry sand.
The man was pulled from the water between the flags.
Can you bring that oxy back over?
The flags are normally the safest part of the beach.
Anything we should know about? No?
How we didn't see this?
What caused the man's near-death experience?
This is my whole cramped up. I didn't see him.
When the guy started coming around, we found out that he had actually got really bad cramp in his legs and he just couldn't even swim. He just went under.
We're going to grab a therapy. Okay, we're just going to change mask, right? Here it goes.
Akka is from Western Sydney and was swimming with friends.
We were out swimming, about close to 100 metres out. Just got a leg cramp and just started panicking. I had to pull him back in shore.
Akka, does he have any medical conditions, anything?
The biggest concern for Akka is secondary drowning.
The water Akka has swallowed could inflame his lungs and stop oxygen passing back into his bloodstream.
We don't know how much water he swallowed. Our recommendation is get an ambulance down here, get checked out.
That, mate? What's that? No ambulance. No ambulance.
Akka said to us that he didn't want an ambulance. At the time, still didn't think it was a good idea. You know, it takes nothing for an ambulance to come down, check them out.
A bit better, eh? Oh.
Lifeguards can't force people into an ambulance.
But we managed to convince them to stay with us for another 10, 15 minutes just to make sure.
We're just going to get them off the beach away from everyone.
Aka may not want an ambulance, but secondary drowning remains a concern.
It's always in the back of your mind. Was, you know, we would have loved for him to go to hospital just for a peace of mind. But yeah.
It's essential lifeguards assess Aka further.
Do you want to breathe normally? We try, yeah? Okay. Just relax. Okay. Big cold on here. Yeah.
To measure the oxygen levels in Aka's blood, lifeguards use a pulse oximeter.
How's it going down there, man?
Okay, I'm just checking oxygen.
So the pulse oximeter give it to us the 96%, which is good indication for us that it's getting better.
Yeah, there's an ambulance coming. We just want to cancel it. Yeah, they were pretty bad, and they've come pretty good now. So.
And I was just swimming, and my leg died, and I was just started sinking. And then I looked back up, and I'm on the sand with something in my face, give me oxygen mask. I'm like, yeah, that's how I went down.
Today, Aka is lucky that he's going home in a train and not an ambulance.
It goes to show that you can't be too complacent. Even in the flags, you know, which is up there with the safest swimming areas, you know, things do happen. I think Aka owes a lot to his mates for pulling him out that day. I think Aka was a lucky man.
4 weeks into the job, 18-year-old Noah is desperate to perform his first rescue.
Yeah, it is a bit frustrating. You see all the other guys doing rescues and you want to prove that you can do them as well, especially as a trainee. You want to show that you actually have the skills to be there.
As Noah patrols the middle of the beach, in the tower, Mouse spots a bodyboarder in trouble.
There's a bodyboarder to her south on the bank. Mate, she's freaking out, eh, bro? Oh, Noah, late rescue. He's going in the complete wrong direction.
A good Samaritan beats Noah to the woman.
A fellow bodyboarder went out and just threw her onto a wave. She stayed without the bloke. She's not even speaking to Noah.
I got heavily brushed. She was panicking, and then that local boogie boarder came out and helped her.
But got brushed.
Hoping for a second chance, Noah doesn't have to wait too long.
Clinging to a board with that little right-hander is.
Noah's on his way in, mate.
Noah's just gone out and he went for the wrong guy.
It's like he's coming in empty-handed.
I think Noah's gone out for the rescues and hasn't ended up doing one of them, so I think he's a little bit disheartened, but you got to be tough on the young fella.
I was brushed again. I've been brushed for 4 weeks straight. Haven't done a rescue. It's been very sad. I'm well and truly ready. 3rd time's lucky maybe, or maybe I won't get brushed.
On a crowded beach, identifying exactly which swimmers are in trouble takes experience.
I am still learning to spot people. Yeah, it does take a while just picking up all the signs, just trying to distinguish people in need of assistance.
Late afternoon, and 2 people are spotted struggling against a rip.
There's a woman and a small child, which doesn't look good. Central to Noah. Mate, I reckon you're in here. There's a child and a mother.
After 2 failed attempts already, Noah now faces a monumental challenge.
This is gonna be like a wake-up call for him.
He's got the kid.
Because he's new, right? Those would have been missed if you guys weren't looking.
With the child safely on his board, Noah guides the woman back into shallower water.
Could have been potentially a lot worse.
The woman is the boy's babysitter.
Yeah, we just drifted away because the current's very strong, so I couldn't really hold him. Besides that, yeah, he just pulled us out, so that was really great.
As a trainee, you're trying to win the trust and approval of all the older experienced guys like Harry's and Singlets and all the team leaders.
For 17-year-old Noah, it's a much-needed vote of confidence.
He didn't panic, which is probably the most important part of this job. Being able to stay calm and cool under pressure.
Good result.
Good job, young fella. That was good work, mate.
Pretty stoked. Yeah, finally got the weight off my shoulders. Yeah, I was just really happy, over the moon.
Getting the monkey off the back and doing that first rescue, you come out of the water with a smile on your face, that's for sure. You know, the whole team's watching. So you better pull it off. No nosedives.